Well, my friends, Kamala Harris is apparently more delusional than we thought. She still wants to run for president in 2028. According to CNN senior reporter Isaac Dover, she is telling advisors and donors, "I'm not going quietly into that night, and you haven't seen the last of me." Kamala, please come in close. Kristi Noem's dog went down easier than your campaign. Sweetheart, you are acting like a sorority girl who doesn't know she's drunk and blackout and that it's time to go home. Your cab is waiting outside. Please, we are begging you to go home. Miss Cabernet Kamala, what's not clicking? You blew through $2 billion in 107 days. The only thing you blow through worse is a breathalyzer test. Kamala saying she should be president is like Stevie Wonder saying he's going to get his pilot's license. Please, we are begging you not to. It's like Casey Anthony saying she's going to open a daycare. These are things that should never happen. Imagine spending 24 hours as one of Kamala's assistants or advisors. Man, that's a great idea. Of course you should run again. What are you talking about? You have to run. I would love to have those yes people in my life just for a day at least. Now, like I always say, I've never taken a dollar from the RNC or the DNC. The only thing I'm beholden to is the truth. And the truth is, Kamala Harris has incredibly poor judgment. The number one trait you want to have in a president of the United States is good judgment. Look at what's happening around the world. Look at what's happening domestically. You want someone who's of sound mind who can make good decisions. From what I can tell, watching the few interviews Kamala Harris did on the campaign trail, because remember, she went 40 days without a single interview, she can hardly make decisions to begin with unless it's the waiter asking, do you want red or white? First off, out the gate, choosing Tim Walz, Mr. Jazz Hands, to be your VP was a terrible choice. You know you needed to win Pennsylvania. Why not choose Josh Shapiro, who's from Pennsylvania? You went and got this clown from Minnesota. Next, at a time when the Democrat Party looks out of touch with everyday Americans, the forgotten men and women of this country, you go and spend millions on Beyonce, Oprah, and other celebrities. Now let's take it a step further. Kamala Harris's campaign was spending money on ads in Florida where she knew she could not win. That was basically a money laundering scheme to your consultants and your advisors who are fleecing your donors. At every single turn, Kamala Harris showed poor judgment, and that's a deficit that's really hard to turn around, especially at 60 years old. She's going to be 64 in 2028. I don't see signs of changing, right? If she was going to have good judgment by now, we would have seen it. Now, according to the same CNN senior reporter, Kamala Harris still doesn't want to take responsibility or culpability for her loss. According to him, she says she was not set up for success during that campaign. I wholeheartedly disagree. Kamala Harris was given billions of dollars. She only had to run for 107 days as opposed to these other candidates who run for 18 months, 24 months in some cases. The mainstream media, they also overlooked her flaws 99% of the time and propped her up. As Donald Trump told Time magazine last week, the biggest mistake Kamala Harris made was taking the assignment. And those three words sum it up perfectly. In life, part of growing up is knowing what we're good at and what we're not good at. And Kamala Harris, she's not a great orator. She's not a great politician. We saw this in the 2020 election when she did not even make it to the Iowa caucus. All right, thanks for liking and following. Drop a comment. Tell me what you think about Kamala Harris saying she wants to run in 2028. I will see you on the next one. Bye.